They could be so happy at your expense, Lakers fans. This guy's gonna away the next 10 years of your franchise.
On my channel, my subscribers love it when I let loose on LeBron James. So buckle up, Buttercup, because today I'm giving you the very best LeBron James rants from all of my videos of 2024. And stick around to the end because they just get more and more offensive. My recap from the Bronny and LeBron James first game together on the Lakers.
And so much of the Lakers' time, effort, and energy is going to appease LeBron. We saw it with the JJ Redick hiring. You see it with them bringing Bronny in, lavishing him with a contract. Ton of players they're trying to claw and scratch, or in the words of Bronny's friend Diddy, scrambling and scraping for shit to get in the league, are all looking at this guy getting lavished with his fucking contract because he's Bron's kid. Okay, so the Lakers have had to bend over backwards, spread the cheeks apart, and take it for LeBron to have his time and his moment at the expense out of what is arguably the most valuable franchise in the entire NBA.
This is from my video about how NBA players can't stand LeBron James.
And how much more picking up teammates you want me to do.
Players reacted to James's twattishness in a myriad of ways. Some lashed out at him, some asked to be traded. One may or may not have slept with his mom. In short, LeBron James brings Kardashian levels of narcissism, drama, pettiness, passive aggressiveness, and toxicity into the locker room of every team he joins.
From my LeBron James embarrassing moments video.
Oh, you didn't know that the king, LeBron James, was carried off the court during an NBA Finals game like a pregnant woman? It's true. It's a stain on the king's legacy that is rarely talked about today, and with good reason. Anytime you see one of the NBA's all-time greats in the arms of other men getting carried toward the locker room like he just broke his water all over half court, you tend to look at him very differently.
For my video about LeBron James when he psychologically abused Kevin Love.
That preseason, when Love was asked about how he was handling the transition from top dog to becoming the third wheel behind James and Kyrie Irving, he said, "I'm comfortable and not trying to, I guess, fit in so much. I had a talk with the guys and they told me to fit out, just be myself." A few months later, the man he knew as the king of the NBA would reveal himself to be the crown prince of passive aggressiveness as LeBron James put the Cavs' internal dynamic issues on full public display with one incredibly "see you next Tuesday, yo" tweet that reworded Love's preseason quote. "Stop trying to find a way to fit out and just fit in. Be a part of something special. Just my thoughts." And for a guy who spends $1.5 million a year for keeping himself in the very best shape possible, don't you think that LeBron James could find someone just to help him grammar?
From my LeBron James Lies Collection, Part 2.
It is, and I actually made a trip over, to Liverpool as well and see all the sights and the arena and everything. So it was pretty unique.
Yeah, Crouchy is actually a Liverpool legend. He used to play there. I don't know if you knew that.
Huh? No, I knew that. I didn't get an opportunity to see him play when he was with the club, but I definitely knew.
Yeah, he absolutely has no idea who Peter Crouch is. This man couldn't tell Peter Crouch from Peter Griffin.
From my LeBron James Lies Collection, Part 3.
And then what we went through in the bubble. And if you were not in a bubble, you don't quite understand it. You will never, ever understand how hard it was to win that championship, to be able to motivate yourself, to be this is literally out of your whole comfort zone.
And to even mention the Disney final as one of the hardest championships ever won is a testament to the pathological narcissism of James.
Everything you're accustomed to, your own bed or your chef, your sleeping pattern, you're so accustomed to, for me, I'm a routine guy. And when my routine is like knocked off, it's like, I don't know, it's hard for me to center myself. I'm literally in a bubble at times, like in my room, literally seeing the walls like this, like The Shining,
Just blood.
Just like blood coming down my walls.
Hey, I feel you, LeBron. I'm sure that Wes Unseld and the 78 Bullets had someone on staff tailoring their dietary needs to their liking on their road to the finals. LeBron James fans, listen to your princess crying for his personal chef. For a guy who has a giant history tattoo, he sure doesn't know shit about it. Love, despite being a double-double machine in Minnesota, finally got his chance to contend in the postseason and didn't hide his lust for a ring. He told reporters, "I'll grab a broom and sweep the floors if it gets me an NBA title." Unfortunately, none of these reporters asked him, "But would you give up your emotional well-being and maybe part of your soul to get that title?" Because that ended up being the price. There was no excuse for the chosen one to cramp up during the finals, especially when LeBron James paid $1.5 million a year to keep himself in peak physical condition. Whoever he employed failed the chosen one on basketball's biggest stage abysmally. Even worse, the bearded clown in the mirror who stares back at the king each morning also failed him miserably because, as Skip Bayless pointed out, nobody kept LeBron from drinking more water.
This is from my video about how LeBron James nearly got kicked off the Olympic team.
And that the majority of coaches and several players considered LeBron, his attitude, and his entourage more toxic than a pile of Megan Rapinoe's used jock straps.
And this is from my LeBron James Lies collection, part 4.
The Kobe took over my body for that dumb lie. Stop the cap right here. Invoking the name of Kobe Bean Bryant and suggesting that he inhabited LeBron's body for that dunk is simply blasphemy. This dunk took place 2 weeks after the tragic death of Kobe Bryant. That was enough time for James to plan it, mimic it, and get it just right. And while that dunk was a solid replica, and for many fans, it did bring back memories of the Mamba. I mean, just call it for what it was. Kobe inhabited my body. He's not just riding the wave of the living, he's moved on to riding the wave of a legend who just died. Man, just say that you did it as a tribute to him, and keep it moving. And you know what? I would respect that. Most basketball fans would absolutely respect that. What real fans do not respect is this supernatural shit sandwich that LeBron James tried to force on us all. What makes this worse is that LeBron cramped up 2 years before this in yet another NBA Finals game. It was Game 4 of the 2012 Finals versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Just look at your king, everyone, getting carried off the court like he's suffering uterus contractions. LeBron James put Kevin Love through so much mental hell that the Cleveland Cavaliers should have issued him his own PTSD service dog. That last line is not an exaggeration. Love suffered an on-court panic attack in 2017. While I'm sure there were a number of factors, the primary one may very well have been his repeated exposure to the radioactive assholery of the chosen one. And here's your moment, LeBron James fans. There you go. That's what this guy ruined your franchise over. So he could have his little moment, his family could sit there and they could be so happy at your expense, Lakers fans. This guy's gonna shit away the next 10 years of your franchise. You'll recover sometime in the 2040s. I'll bet you right now there's a bunch of people at ESPN just scissoring each other watching this shit. We got a tweet from Jonathan Martin. Yes, that Jonathan Martin. The most recognized victim of bullying in the entire sports world. Even he took his shot at LeBron James. And if a guy who blew off an entire NFL season because of mean words is telling you to grow a sack and get back out there, you have reached rock fucking bottom.
My next video is about how LeBron James disrespected a wrestling legend, The Undertaker. And it's coming up this week, so subscribe and set your notifications. Check out my video on LeBron James Lies collection number 4. Just click on the link on the bottom left side of the screen, and I'll see you there.